You should ask people before you just eat something. It might be someone else's.
Oh my cow.
Folks, welcome to the Jimmy O Show. Welcome back. A very happy final just yesterday. We were going quicker this week because Green Wave's playing really quickly, playing on Thursday night, Halloween in Charlotte. Got back from North Texas yesterday about 7:30, I believe, with a happy win. Now 4-0 in the league. Great game out there, guys. Congratulations on the win. I guess let me ask you this, and then I'll do all the talking part of it. But it's about a 24-hour rule. Do you get a 24-hour rule when you play on Thursday? I feel like it was probably only about a 16-hour rule. Yeah, you had to flush it fast.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. No doubt, man. Yeah, they're right on to Charlotte. But look, folks, thank you for joining the Jimmy O Show. This is coming to you from the Fear the Wave Collective. Please be sure to go to our website, Fear the Wave Collective, see how you can donate to the nonprofit, or you can become a member of the Fear the Wave Collective on the website, get exclusive content, sort of once in a lifetime type opportunity, or exclusive access opportunities that you can't get other places. I appreciate everything y'all do to support the Tulane student athletes. So let's get started. We got our players of the week for the North Texas game. We got two on offense. We got Makai Hughes. Makai, I'm going to just call it your theme music, man. I mean, it seems like you've been here every week now in the last few weeks. But in no small part, thanks to the guy, or at least on my screen, sitting directly to your right, to my eye, as a former offensive lineman, I'll tell you, probably I said it last night on a post-game show, and so I'll say it to your face, Derek, but playing probably the best left tackle I've seen in 20 years at Tulane here right now. Just very impressed by the way you've been playing. So Derek Graham is here with us. And then from defense, we got Matthew Fobbs-White with the big impact play. Matthew, I texted my people, and after that strip sack, I said, man, that dude just got a sack, caused a turnover, and hurt the quarterback and probably won the game all in one play. that was an impactful game. But, hey, look, I got so much respect for that quarterback, that Chandler Morris, to come back after that. I mean, I think that dude dislocated his shoulder and was just playing through the pain. We could see it on TV, like him wincing every time he threw it on the sideline and whatnot. For him to bounce back was much respect to that guy, right? And then finally, we got our special teams player of the week, Josh Moore. How you doing, Josh?
I'm good. How you
Good,
doing?
man. Well, look, thank you for joining us, guys. Kind of this was a challenge that was sort of built up. I think the number 2 scoring offense in the country, North Texas. I think they lived up, to their billing. I thought, look, for 3.5 quarters, we played a real clean game. I mean, we were clearly the better team, right? And then at the end, you're just trying to sit on a 3-score lead, and they got it a little close. But the game was kind of knocked out of doubt. I thought a very good effort from Tulane all around, offense, defense, special teams. I really impressed by the way y'all went in and handled business in a situation where, people were kind of saying, well, this might be the week that Green Wave is going to get caught. Not going to be the case. 14 in a row now in conference regular season. Tip of the cap to you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Sure, you got it. Yeah, you got it, man. Well, look, I want to start here. I want to start with my offensive guys. Guys, there was a point in the game. I know we probably came in with a game plan to be balanced, like we always are. Have the run's always part of our deal, but then we like to hit play action, all that. There was a point in the game where we had 23 runs and 4 passes in the second quarter, and kind of hard to argue with the results, though, man. I mean, it was like 15 run, 20-yard run, 25-yard run, 50-yard run. I mean, it was just Makai, you were hitting it. Duda got in the action as well, and more often than not, it was coming off that left side. So, Big D, I'll start with you, man. What was going on there? Did you kind of feel it early? Did you feel it in the first quarter? Say, man, this is gonna be a good day for us.
Yes, sir, most definitely. I feel like the main game plan was to establish the line of scrimmage for sure, run the ball to not only like for our benefit on offense, but for defense as well, because we know how high powered the offense was. So the main thing was like in that first and second quarter, we really got the run game going, and they pretty much, like you said, set up the play action and everything. But our number one focus was to run the ball for sure.
Yeah. And look, I remember back to my offensive line days. I'll say this, you had some running backs you'd run for, and you never knew where they're going to be. They were kind of on their own time, and they were doing their own thing, and it always then something would break down because they're not doing their thing right, and then they looking at you while the block was missed. I was like, dude, if you ran in the right hole, this was it was a big game. It's got to feel good to have 21 behind you, huh? Because he kind of knows where to be, always on the right time, right place.
Right, definitely. With 2-1 back there, he make us look real good up front. All we got to do is just head up everybody and just give him a lane, and he gonna take off. So that's the good thing about it.
Yeah, man. And 2-1, I'm gonna flip it to you, man. You get all the love, you get all the credit. You the talk of the town everywhere you go these days. But how about those boys up front?
Them boys, they did a great job, man. Open holes for me and the other running backs. Especially shout out to Duda. Well, he had a good game as well yesterday. But Eric, all my teammates, they very good. Even the defense, they played ball. Playing against the North Texas offense, they're a pretty good team as well. But we came out to play hard, man. Proud of them, boys.
Yeah, and I mean, look, the thing that stood out in the first quarter really was just how physical we were. And guys, Josh and Matthew, I'm about to flip it over and come to y'all because I think this is a common thread among every phase with this team. But, in the first quarter, it was just so obvious. Like, man, these guys, they can throw the ball around, but damn, they're not used to playing a team as physical as we are. And you can kind of see it on the TV. You can see that we were just taking the fight to them. And, I just – the last sort of comment on the left side, I mean, Vinny Murphy, Shadre Hurst, Derek Graham, and then our boys at tight end, man, Alex and Reggie, the work they were doing at tight end. I mean, it was just like it was downhill. It was downhill, and it just taking the fight to them. And that's not to leave out Rara and Josh because, I mean, like I said it yesterday, I think on our postgame show. Look, Josh having his best year of his career. I mean, he's a 3.5-year starter. He's having a great year. Don't get me wrong, but it's like just what y'all cooking over there on the left is something special. And what I love about it, and this is where I'll come to you, Matthew and Josh, is it's the physicality in every phase with this team. You can see a lot of half teams in college football. You see a team with real good physical defense, but they're a little pretty offense. They trying to space it and beat people with speed and not. I mean, we can run. We're plenty fast, but we're physical. But man, just the fight we take up front, Matthew. That sort of that whole group we got on the defensive front. Is that just a point of pride that we're going to take the fight to the offense every single week?
Yes, sir. Every week, it really all starts in practice, from our coaches challenging us, demanding a lot from us in practice. And it really just slows down the game and allows us to get in rhythm and do what we just do best.
Mm-hmm. I've been so impressed by you, and you've been in the Fear of the Wade media community. Jake's a huge fan, and we hear it a lot because Matthew, I mean, you've come so far in a short amount of time. Like in spring ball, there was a flash here or there. We saw, but like, what has been the key for you? Because I want to say, like, since conference play started, you're playing at a level that I hadn't. Frankly, had seen in the spring practice and all that up to that point. Was there any kind of one thing or what do you credit it to?
Yeah, it's really, first of all, just giving thanks to God, giving me the ability and the opportunity, but really just thanking my guys, Josh there and guys on the D-line, like challenging me every day to do better, do extra, and just get better at my craft. It's really just taking my game to a different level.
Yeah. It's at a high level right now, man. I mean, you've been a huge difference maker here, and I don't vote for the types of awards, but I'm gonna say playing all conference level as everybody else on the screen right now. But But it's very noticeable. Your work is not going unnoticed, and I want to make sure you understood that. Then, Josh, when we talk about the physicality of this football team, I mean, we always see it on the special teams as well. So I guess you're a guy, you look on the field anytime the special teams units are out there. I think you're on every key unit, right? I mean, everything but PAT field.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, just going out there, we know, especially in my kickoff unit, whenever I break that huddle, we just know that we're going down and everybody's trying to make that tackle. So I feel like as long as we keep that energy going down the field, nobody will be able to play with our speed.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And look, man, you got to work on those specialists that we got. Those kickoff guys, they don't let enough returns happen. We need them to not kick it through the end zone so we can get our tackle. Because if they try to return, we're going to stop them inside the 20.
Every time. That's what we talked ahead last game against Rice. We didn't get any kick returns. So we told him this week, you got to lay off of it a little bit. Let us go down and run. But yeah.
That's right. Yeah. And then Carroll on the other hand. Now, look, Carroll's outkicked us a couple of times. He's outkicked the coverage a little bit. I mean, he gets such hang times, a lot of fair catches. But when he really gets one, I mean, it's 65 yards. You actually get to get down there and make a tackle.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah. Man, and then, I mean, just the whole thing, it's the hidden part of the game, right? I mean, you talk about special teams play. I mean, it's a third of the game, even though it's only about a sixth of the plays or a seventh of the plays, right? You get more offensive, you get more defense, but they're so impactful because you're talking about, you talk about hidden yardage in the game. You're talking about 30, 40-yard differences because whether or not you were clean on a block and you didn't clip or block in the back and that big return happens, or, you outkick the coverage and, you're able to get down and actually hold it to a 5-yard return instead of giving up a 35-yard return. I mean, that's huge field position, man. I mean, think about it on offense, our explosive play, we get an explosive play. We're happy. 30-yard hit, man, that's an explosive play. Well,
exactly.
We got explosive plays happen all the time on special teams.
And Coach preaches that to us. During the week, we know the keys to victory, explosives, including special teams, because those are 40-yard plays, 30-yard plays. So for us to go down there and kick off and get the ball back and get it back to our offense, that check both the boxes, turnover margin and a very explosive play.
Yeah. Now, look, he's the best coach I've been around, and I guess I must have overheard him then. I'm getting all the good tips from him. But well, look, man, y'all keep on pressing. We got only a couple more minutes before we'll go over the job takers. But just real quick, it's a quick turnaround, right? We're right into Charlotte week. We're installed. We installed today, probably on Sunday. We're recording this on Sunday. Full practice tomorrow, and then it's already into walkthrough and game prep, right?
Yeah.
All right.
What do those guys present in terms of a challenge? What are sort of their strengths that we got to be on the lookout for? We tune in Thursday and we'll say, Matthew, Josh, Makai, and Derek told us, hey man, look out for number 7 or whatever. What are some of the strengths y'all seeing already on your prep?
Well, I've seen they got some lone defenders. That's from the portal, so they a solid. They got a solid good defense. Get hard, so we gotta get ready. Maybe we gotta come ready, and I know we got a game plan for them too as well. Yeah, well, that's what Makai's telling Derek. He's like, "Hey, Derek, hey, bro, they brought in some dudes now. I don't need you. The rest is over. It's time to get to work. I need you on Thursday." That's what he's telling you right now. No trick or treat, man. All business. There'll be plenty of candy for y'all after that game's over. So look, guys. No, Makai, to your point. I mean, people see the name Charlotte, they don't really think much of it or whatever. I do because I'm married to Charlotte. I have a daughter named Charlotte, but Charlotte, the football team. People don't really know the name. But when you look at that's funny. One of my other daughters just yelled Charlotte. When you look at the rankings and stuff, they've done a really, really good job in the portal. They got some grown men on that team, and we got to be ready to bring our fight back to them on Thursday. So, gentlemen, thank you so much for your time on the Jimmy O Show. Appreciate y'all joining us, and congratulations on the Players of the Week. Makai, I say it every week to everyone. I look forward to seeing y'all again. I'm kind of
if you want to let somebody else get a little bit of the play of the week, love, you can do that. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. I'll see y'all again real soon.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. Appreciate it.
All right into the job takers. How we doing, gents?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
I'm doing well. And it looks like I got Jack and Trevor in there so far.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
All right. Do we know? And we got Pauline. All right, Pauline. Thank you, boo-boo.
Hey, Pauline.
Hi, Pauline. Everybody saying hi. We're live on the Jimmy O show right now. Can we go with Mom? Thank you. It's my youngest of 4. She's she's attention where she can get it. And then I think Luke's going to be joining us as well. Luke Besh. Luke's I think this is Luke's second time he's going to be a job taker of the week. But Trevor and Jack, I believe this is our first time. How y'all doing?
Doing good. Yes, sir.
Fantastic.
Very good. Welcome to the Jimmy O show. Great to have you guys.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, let's first. So anytime we have first timers on, we like to kind of let our audience get to know a little bit about you. Alexa Molina says roll wave. She's shouting out you guys right there on the screen. So Jack, let's start with you. Why don't you tell us where you're from, your classification, and how long you've been with us at Tulane?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm an incoming freshman. So just came in, and I'm a defensive lineman.
Very good. Okay. And how about you, Trevor? Oh, did we freeze?
Oh.
Yeah, I see you, Jack. I see you moving. I think Trevor.
Yeah, I think he's out.
Oh, he froze on us. Hey, but at least he didn't freeze with a too goofy of a face or anything. Huh? He's
We got
all
it.
right. Yeah, he'll pop back in, and then I saw anyway. So all right, so a freshman from Atlanta. Okay, very good.
Yes, sir.
So defensive line. So when you're simulating, you got you're on scout team. Are you doing all defensive line work, or you kind of have to move around a little bit?
So I'm mainly interior because we have a bunch of guys who can play more outside techniques. So pretty much the farthest I'll go out is like a 2-eye to a 3. And then we have another freshman, Jordan Guidry. He'll play more outside techniques. So if there's a 2-eye and a 3, he'll be the 3. I'll be the 2-eye. But I've mainly been a 0. Like last week, every snap during scout team, I was a 0. I'm getting work because we don't really have any other bigger scout team guys who more play nose, and that's my main position. So that's like all of those looks. That's really where I'm going. And we have some other guys.
Why don't we
like
just throw
outside
Best
linebackers.
down there, man? Throw Best down there. Let him go.
Yeah.
He can play with leverage.
He got it.
Look
Yeah.
at him. He's like I can handle Remitich and Murphy all day long, man. It ain't a problem. No, I'm not gonna say, but look, that's a load. You got to deal with those 3 guys in the middle. Give them a look because Vinny and Josh, they're all pros, and Shadre is about as good as they come at guard, man. So you got your work cut out every time you got to get down, mix in at that 0 and 2-eye down there with those guys.
Yeah, a lot of double teams coming at me.
Yeah, they make you a better football player a lot faster, right?
Yes, sir. 100%.
There's no doubt. And Luke Besh, our guy from New Orleans, our homeboy here. How you doing, Luke?
Doing well. How are you?
Doing great, man. Second time on, I believe. This is our second appearance on the Jimmy O show as a job taker of the week.
Yes, sir.
Good for you. Good for you. All right, man. Now did you have to play the Sheffield role? Like who was responsible for being number 10 in practice this week?
Yes, sir. I believe it was me and Trevor. So we both split those reps, trying to give them the best look.
Well, I mean, they throw the ball to. I mean, they're trying to get the ball to him every 4th snap or so. So it's a lot of work, actually. Yeah. Look, I thought you guys got him ready pretty good. And I see Trevor in the chat. He's saying it's working, so we might see him pop back on in a second. Look, I think I said it there, Trevor. Yeah, kind of said it in the pregame. Jesse Elliott wants to know if you could teach the Saints how to make tackles. Jesse, that has been a problem now for 3 to 4 weeks. So, yes, I'm with you. Somebody needs to, right? But look, as far as North Texas goes, when you look at how prolific they were and successful at offense, I mean, you weren't going to hold Sheffield to 4 catches, right? Nobody is. I mean, they're going to feed them the ball. The key is, can you make them earn it, right? And I think even in one of their scoring drives, I know it was frustrating because it was kept alive by some PIs or whatever. But I mean, this is a team that likes to score in like 2 to 3 minutes. You know, they had a 6.5 minute drive, and you know, it was kind of like you still made them work for every yard, right? And so even though Sheffield had 10 catches for 109, whatever it was one of these things where he didn't beat us with a whole bunch of explosives. I think he had one big explosive. Otherwise, it kind of kept them in front of us, got them on the ground, et cetera. And I mean, that's disciplined defense, you know, but an offense that's hard to replicate. And, you know, you guys deserve a lot of credit for getting the boys ready for what they ended up having to see on Saturday. Because I got to tell you, you know, Avery Johnson's got a lot of love and all this other stuff. We haven't seen a quarterback as good as Chandler Morris yet this year. I mean, to me, he was by far the best quarterback we've played against. Jackson and all those guys don't really stack up in my view. So, much respect to him, but I'm happy to come out with a win, right?
Yes, sir.
Always.
Yeah. So look, man, you know, right back at it, huh? You know, I mean, we're right back on Halloween night. No rest for the weary. I guess we'll get a little bit of a break out on the heels of that, you know, with a 10-day layoff until the next game. But I guess y'all are just back, right? You run through today, right? Back already repping Charlotte. So guys, tell us about that. Like, so when we look at Charlotte, like, what do they do? What's systematically or schematically, what are they doing with offense? Trevor and Luke, we'll start with you. You know, what are they trying to accomplish on offense in terms of personnel type, you know, tempo, style of offense?
They have during the scout meetings today, they have a really powerful downhill running back that they try and use to open up like their shot plays. So one of their big things is running the ball to establish the pass. So helping our defense, as they've done all year, they've done a great job stopping the run. So just keep implementing that, and then you know, just keep giving them the best looks from the wide receiver standpoint. I don't think they have anybody as talented as DT like last week, but they're overall sound offense. So
yeah. Are they like heavier, a little heavier in terms of personnel? I mean, they're more 2 tight ends or that type of thing, or is it again more 11, 10 personnel? What sort of if you've gotten enough work to know, like, you know, I would think from what you're describing to me, I hear kind of like, well, that sounds a lot like us, right? And if you look at the way we line up, I mean, we're a lot of 11 personnel, you know. Excuse me, we are, but I mean, we're often coming at you with 2 tight ends, 1 back, you know, 2 backs, 1. We get a little heavier than maybe on North Texas. Do we see that with them, that they're gonna, you know, more 2 receiver set type stuff than 3, or is it a mixture?
Yeah, they do a lot of run out of 12 personnel and 11 personnel. So definitely a little different than North Texas, where they did a lot of a lot of formations out of 10 personnel. But like you were saying, they're pretty similar to our offense. They want to establish a run to get after you with the pass game.
Yeah. To me, that's the way football should be played, man. You know, so right. I mean, there'll be a challenge. And look, man, they had a few competitive games earlier, but I mean, they were a coin flip type of game from beating Memphis right now. You know, Memphis was everybody's preseason. I mean, don't get me wrong, it pissed me off, but everybody's preseason favorite for the American, you know. Like, I was like, just let me get this right, you know. So we we haven't lost in the regular season since back in 2022. You know,
it doesn't matter, I guess.
We turned dudes. We brought in the best coach of the cycle, and Memphis is better than us. Okay, got it. Bulletin board, you know, like whatever. It's all good. So, but I mean, you know, but that was for a reason. They're talented, right? They get a lot of talent on the field, and yet Charlotte was right there. It was a 5-point game, right? So there's certainly somebody to be taken seriously. You know, Pogie's got connections up and down the Atlantic seaboard. They were able to get in a bunch of guys in the portal. You know, we got to be ready to play ball. So, Jack, how about on the other side of the ball, man? What do we see from the Charlotte defense? If it's up to them, how do they want to attack an offense like ours?
I feel like at first you have to shut down Makai. I mean, he's the key part of our run game. So for the D line, especially what we've learned, and we've only barely started it today, was just being more vertical at the D line. I remember North Texas; it was a lot of movement, even on runs. So they're playing very vertical from what I've seen so far. And then after that, just shut down the pass. I feel like it's gonna be run first, and then once we get into those long third down situations, if we get into those, they're gonna be trying to shut down our offense like that. But they were very vertical. It was down the middle. A lot of like four-man fronts. So, I mean, yet again, we haven't looked into it a lot so far. We didn't even have a scout meeting before practice today.
Okay.
So I feel like tomorrow we're going to definitely get into it more and give it more in-depth looks. But as of right now, it's just a 2-I-3, two stand-up fives.
Yeah. And look, and try to disrupt our line, right? Like if they could establish a new line of scrimmage, can you get free runners through? I mean, we run a lot of wide zone. Can you get some free runners in to disrupt the timing of it, force a cutback early we want, that type of thing. But that's it. Because if you look at our explosives offensively in the pass game, we've had our moments in the drop back, but I mean, we've been devastating in play action. I mean, that's where we've really done our business, and you can't do a lot of play action in 3rd and 11 or whatever. So to your point, if you're able to put us in 3rd and long, then that's the way to beat us and beat anybody. I mean, that's how you win football games. And that's why stopping the run is so important. We talk about the run games passe, there's a lot of statistical people that look at the game and say, running ball's overrated. It's like, well, not really, because not when you're on the field, because it's a mindset thing, but it's also the situations that it creates when you're good at running the ball versus when you're not good. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, your successful passes happen in favorable down distance situation, and you get in favorable down distance situation more often than not by having a successful run game. So, well, gentlemen, that's going to do it for our time. I know y'all are very short scheduled this week. I appreciate everybody jumping on and you guys jumping on such short notice. I know you're right into it. School tomorrow, more practice, etc. But I do appreciate you taking some time out, come and talk to our folks on the Jimmy O Show.
Yes, sir. Of course. Thank you for having me.
You got it, man. My pleasure to have you, and I look forward to having y'all back again. Folks, and like I said at the beginning, please be sure to go to fearthewavecollective.com, the website. You can find out everything you need to find out about subscribing, becoming a subscribing member of the collective. You get information from us that you will not get anywhere else. You want to know who the next huge recruit's going to be at Tulane, you will find out before anywhere else. Through us, you will get information. You get opportunities for tailgates, for pregame field access, et cetera, depending on your subscription level. So it's just a cool deal, and it is doing invaluable help for the student athletes at Tulane, who I think we can all agree deserve it. Just look at everything they've been able to do in the last 3 years, and it's been a real special ride, and we need you to be on board to keep it going. So please feel free, or please be sure to check it out, and please continue to follow along. Be on the lookout for our pregame show coming at you Wednesday, and of course the post game with Jake afterwards. Until next time, folks, thanks for joining the Jimmy O Show. Roll Wave.